What is good, YouTube family? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Deshaun, for you guys who don't know. And for today's video, man, we are going to be talking about recruiting. For you high school guys, this is an important time for you, and it doesn't matter what sport you play. I think everything that I have to say today will apply. I have 5 tips for you for today's video to help you with your recruiting process. Tip number 1, it is your responsibility to handle your recruiting. I talk to a lot of guys and they always say that, like, hey, my coach didn't do a good job of handling my recruiting. It's not your head coach's job of your high school to handle your recruiting. Now, most good high school head coaches do some recruiting. They do try to send their players to the next level. Good coaches do that. It is not your coach's job to handle your recruiting. You should handle your recruiting because you have to go to these colleges. You have to go into these programs. You have to be there on campus, not your head coach. And then your head coach can't do a great job anyways because they're responsible for everyone on your team. Your coach can't give you only attention and handle your recruiting because your coach has to deal with the rest of the players on your team. Take your recruiting in your hands. It's you. You have to go to the college or the university, and this is your experience, so really take hold of it. It's not anyone else's job but yours.
Ryan, let's
Tip number 2, your film. This is a big deal. Your film is a big deal. This is what the coaches see when they watch your tape. Your film is very important. Ideally, you want to have like a 2-minute clip. You don't want to send a coach a 10-minute clip. And the first 30 seconds are the most important because that's where you grab the coach's attention. Put your best plays first. The best plays that you could ever do, the plays that you're most proud of, put them first and make sure that the clips are as short as possible. So start the clip like right before the play starts and then like a second after. Don't have a bunch of time wasting because these coaches are going through a ton of emails, a ton of film. So you want to get right to the point. Grab the coach's attention and make them say, this person is a player, we need to have them on our team. So you got to grab their attention quick and keep it. Do not have a bunch of random stuff on your highlight. Make sure your first 30 seconds are flashy and say, hey, this is me, come get me, give me a scholarship. Your first 30 seconds of film is most important. So tip number 2, your film. Take care of it. Tip number 3, social media. Social media can either help you a lot or it could hurt you a lot, honestly. I got my first offer on Twitter. A lot of coaches use Twitter, IG, from what I've learned, like most coaches use that for like more personal stuff, but a lot of coaches do use Twitter for social media. So that also means you need to clean up your social media, because if you have a bunch of random crap, junk, stuff of you doing drugs, smoking, drinking, all that stuff, that could really hurt your recruiting. They do not want to recruit a liability. They don't want any problems unless you're like amazing, like you're gonna be a program changer, like they're gonna pass you up. Don't give them a reason to say, you know what, we're not sure about that person, or we're not sure if we want to bring that onto our campus, because this is an investment. Their job's on the line. They have to feed their families, so they need to bring in players that they know aren't going to get in trouble and that are going to produce. And also, another thing, do not tag coaches in your highlight videos with like a bunch of like other people and stuff, because every time someone like likes it or there's any notification, it goes to the coach, and that is annoying. Don't do that. You can DM them if you're really like desperate. DM coaches, follow them, all that stuff. Yeah, social media can be a very good tool if you do it right, or it could hurt you. So take advantage of social media. Number 4, contacting coaches and knowing how to go about contacting coaches. Finding coaches' emails and stuff is fairly easy. At the bigger levels, like the Clemsons and Alabamas and stuff, now it is hard to get that contact information. But for most schools, if you go onto like the athletic page and you just go to the roster or whatever, usually the coach's phone number and email address, and sometimes even their social medias, are in on the athletic page. So that's an easy way to get emails and stuff like that. So if there's a school that you're interested in, go onto their athletic page and go onto like the roster, and you should find the coach's contact information. Send them an email. Make sure that someone proofreads your email before you contact the coach, because you don't want a bunch of grammatical errors and crap in your email. Like I said, this is an impression, and you're selling yourself. You are selling yourself because they're investing in you. Like I said before, there's a lot on the line for them as well. So make sure you put your best foot forward. So that is tip number 4, contacting coaches.
Ryan Little.
Yoga. Tip number 5, know yourself. Know what you can do and know your skill set. Now, if you're not really sure where you want to go to college or what kind of skill sets you have, ask your coach and ask your high school coach. Ask them for an honest evaluation. Hey, do you see me playing at like a Clemson or maybe a smaller Division I program, or even a D2 or D3 or NAIA school? Because you don't want to waste time. Time is money. The longer you wait spending time on schools where you can't go or who aren't showing you enough love, you could be putting your time and effort into schools who appreciate you and want you to come into their program. There is nothing wrong, absolutely nothing wrong with going to a smaller school. So like a smaller Division I, Division II, or D3, or even NAIA. Like I said before, if you love the game, you're gonna play, and there's good football at any level. You go and you do your thing, you ball out no matter what. So it doesn't matter the school, it doesn't matter the level. If you love the game, go grind, go get it, man, and be a playmaker and show the coaches who pass you up, hey man, you missed out on something good. So my tip number 5 is know yourself. Hold up. I got one more for you. I got a bonus. Tip number 6. Tip number 6. Enjoy the process, man. The recruiting process it's amazing, honestly. Talking to coaches, going to camps. Some of my best memories from high school was during the recruiting process. You know, going to different colleges, visiting schools, meeting other players from across the country, or even just like in your state and stuff like that. Meeting guys on recruiting trips and building friendships. And also like with the guys who were in my high school that I was being recruited with at the same time, man. Like I remember some of the trips that we took. Those were some of the funnest times that I had in my life. Really enjoy the process, because when it's over, man. And just have fun, make the most out of it. Go see as many schools as you can see. A lot of schools, like, they don't care. Like, they want you to come. They want you to come see the school. So go see schools as much as possible. I remember when I was in high school, I went on a recruiting trip like every week, especially my senior year. I went on a recruiting visit like every week, every other week. Yeah, because I really tried to make the most out of that time period. So bonus tip, man, have fun, enjoy the process. It is amazing and you won't regret it. So that is all my tips for you guys. I love you guys. Like I said before, it doesn't matter what level you go and play. Just ball out no matter wherever you go. And that is all I have for you guys today. I appreciate you, man. If you haven't seen any of the previous videos, go watch them, check them out. Stay on the lookout for future uploads, and I'll see y'all on the next one, man. Peace.